Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I've got an apology to make before I start the deck tech today. There was no streams last week, and the reason is, and I think it's worth saying now, is that I had a stroke. A little bit lispy. You may be seeing some numbness in my face. I may stutter my words over the next few weeks of videos, but I'm still here. I'm still doing it. I am recovering. I have got all the help and support I need in place, so please don't worry. But I will say now there may be delays. Whereas I usually do videos coming out 4 times a week, that may go down to 3 for a little while. I'm having a little bit of problems using my right hand and walking. But hey, I'm still here. I'm still doing videos. So, yeah, we'll carry on. The stream will be back this week. I'm hoping to be streaming at least 3 times this week, so to try and make up for last week. So I'll see how I go. It depends how tired I get. But that's where we are. Anyway, enough about me. Today's deck tech. Well, you're all here for it. I'm trying something new. On the stream I did before my trouble started, one of my people on the stream said to me, "Oh yeah, I was thinking about trying to do commanders with uncommon commanders and trying to keep the cost down a bit." And one of the people suggested to me, "Why don't I try and do some pauper commander decks?" And I had to think about it, and obviously I had a lot of time to think about it in the end. And this is what I've come up with. So some of the videos this week, well, at least 3 of the videos this week are going to be pauper commanders. There is still one normal commander coming out. There's actually still an uncommon commander, but has all the usual selection of mythics and rares in it that you'd expect, so that'll be coming out later in the week. But kicking off today with Ardenn, Intrepid Archaeologist. Now, I'm going to apologise now. I have never played any pauper commander in all my life. I've had to do some research, I've had to look into it, and I'm hoping that I've got the cards right. Now, my understanding is you have an uncommon commander, and everything else in the deck has to be common. And some of the cards that have been reprinted recently, I'm really glad are common. But anyway, if I've got it wrong, let me know down below. But, yeah, it's the way it goes when I'm trying to do something new and different for the channel. Anyway, Ardenn. You probably recognise Ardenn from Commander Legends. White and 2 for a 2/2 legendary core scout, and at the beginning of your combat of your turn, you may attach any number of auras and equipment you control to target permanent or player. It has partner, but obviously I've kept it simple because I wasn't really sure how the partner rules worked in pauper EDH, so I've just left it as Ardenn. And this is the deck that I've come up with. As usual, for one of my decks, I'm going to go through the land base, and it's mainly plains. Lots of plains. And then Terramorphic Expanse and Secluded Steps, so I can do a bit of cycling for some card draw. Path of Ancestry to Scry. Opal Palace to hopefully pump up Ardenn as we cast them. And then some random gates. Now, from what I can tell, this gate, Basilisk Gate, is quite good. Yeah, you need a few more, probably need a few more gates in it, but if you can just pump your creature by select +3/+3, it's not too bad, I thought, so I'm trying it out. I've also got in things like Broker's Hideout, Cabaretti Courtyard, Obscura Storefront, so I can gain a tiny bit of life and go and find a plains out of my deck and thin my deck down. Idyllic Grange is here. Hopefully it'll come into play untapped and put a +1/+1 counter somewhere, so that'd be cool. Drifting Meadow and Desert of the True also here, just a bit more cycling and card draw. And Command Tower has been printed at common in various different sets. So yeah, I get to play Command Tower, which is good. I mean, okay, it's technically a plains this deck, but hey, Command Tower is still there. The other 2 bits of ramp, which I was really pleased about, hadn't realised that Arcane Signet had been printed at common and Kaldheim Commander. I have actually got this one in my collection. I didn't know I had it. But, yeah, it's there. It's common. And the other bit of ramp, Marble Diamond in here as well. Just so I've got some ramp to go with. And Gold Mere. Might as well count Gold Mere as ramp while I'm at it. But what I'm interested in with Ardenn is really the equipment side of things. Because if I can attach him for free at the beginning of combat to any creature I control, that makes life really quite fun. So I've kind of gone a bit heavier on the other stuff and a bit lower on the creatures, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, cards that we're playing: Accorder Shield, Bone Sword, Cathar's Shield, wherever it is, there it is, and Ornithopter. Ornithopter is a creature that's free, which is quite nice, and all these are free as well, so yeah, okay. Some of them are a bit expensive to equip, but yeah, free equipment, we'll go with that. Dispeller's Capsules here to help control the board a bit with any other targeted artifacts and enchantments that are a bit annoying in pauper. Have no idea what it'll be, but we'll try. Healer's Hawk is a lovely target because you haven't got to target Ardenn with the equipment cost. You can just put on any target, permanent or player. So yeah, chucking everything on your Healer's Hawk that costs 1 mana and then gets really big and gives you lifelink. Not a bad plan, I think, in Pauper. Bone Splitter, just a standard bit of equipment that pumps everything by +2/+0. And Ceremonial Knife gives us a blood token, which means we've got some other way of discarding something we don't need and drawing some cards. Not too many auras in this deck, but all that glitters was a bit of a no-brainer, especially since it was reprinted in Commander Masters at Common. I'm not sure if people have picked up on this yet or not, but it's now a common, and therefore it's probably very good in this format. Ancestral Blade is here, gives us another creature when it comes into play. Ancestral Katana, there you go. Whenever a samurai warrior you control alone attacks, you may pay 1, equip it. No, but we're going to equip it for free, or +2/+1. Delver's Torch lets us go a bit dungeoning, gets us going into the exploring thing. We're going to find some lands or something when we attack. Era of Enlightenment gets a little bit of a scry, then some life gain, and then we get a first strike creature, which is cool. Leonin Denguard gets a bonus when it's equipped. It gets +1/+1, has vigilance. And Seeker of the Way. I went with the fancy version for this deck. I quite like this alternate art for Seeker. Prowess, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, which we have a lot of between all the equipment, you get lifelink. Okay, cover that. Sunspear Shikari gives the first strike and lifelink when it's equipped. Transcendent Envoy cuts the cost of our aura spells down. Not this many, but it's a flyer, which is important in this deck. Ajani Sun Striker, it's got lifelink, and it's a nice little, let's put the equipment on here as well for the lifelink side. And then we've got Aeronaut's Wings to give flying a +1/+0. Amorphous Axe is +3/+0 in every creature type, so not too sad. It means we can turn the, wherever it's gone. Lost it now. See, tells you my brain's not working. The equipment that for the, you know the one I'm talking about. Where it's gone. Yeah, told you I was going to mumble in these videos. The one that does the Samurai and Warriors thing gives us that ability to equip it for free. Right, Arcane Signet, Gilded Pinions. It comes into play, gives us a treasure token, and gives something flying. The Mirror I've mentioned. Heart Piercer Bowl just deals damage to a defending creature, target creature defending player controls. Marble Diamond Pumps. Mirror Retriever returns any of the artifacts from our graveyard that get destroyed. Ornithopter of Paradise is another flyer, but also taps for mana, so we have a little bit of ramp from the Ornithopter. And Veteran Sidearm, just a cheap bit of equipment, basically +1/+1. Nothing major, but it helps. The Changeling is just a cheap flyer. Again, also a Samurai and a Warrior, so we can use that equipment. That one. There you go. Ancestral Katana. I remember which one I was talking about now. Dauntless Avian attacks untapped target creature we control, so that's quite nice. Ethereal Guidance, all creatures we control get +2/+1 at quite a low cost. Gold Warden's Helm. Now, I like the full mover and equip creatures in here, so we get 2/2 creature with it equipped to it already. Nice. So, ups our creature count a little bit. Inspiring Overseer. Draw a card, gain a life. Thank you. Leon Lightbringer has Ward. It's equipped, it gets +1/+1. Militant Inquisitor, +1/+0 for each equipment you control. Not equipped to it, that you control. That's nice, especially if we can give it flying with some like pinions or something. Sky Hunter Cub gets flying and +1/+1 if it's equipped. Solemn Offering, again, another way of blowing up an enchantment or an artifact that's annoying us on the other side of the board. Starheim Courser gives us an artifact or enchantment that costs 1 less. Yotation Medic, 1/4 lifelink. Yep, cover that. Ardendale Tactician. Let's send some things on adventure. Tap a couple of our opponent's creatures down, then get a nice 2/3 flyer, which is reasonable in this deck. And Cloud Chaser Kestrel. Destroys the enchantment when it enters the battlefield and makes something white. Don't really need to make anything white in this deck, but it might help. You don't know. Anyway, Commander Sphere gives us a bit more ramp. I forgot about that one. Foundry Inspector, because now it's common from Commander Legends. Yeah, enough artifact spells in here that we can drop the cost of them by quite a significant amount. And Golem Factory, I forgot this card existed. I found it in my collection and realised that it'd probably be quite good in this deck with the amount of artifacts I have. Drop all the artifact spells and get some artifact golem creature tokens. Yeah, okay, fine by me. Haunted Cloak, just do Vigilance, Trample and Haste on something if we need to. Pilgrim's Eye goes searches the basic land out. And the Veteran's Powerblade, again, another thing that we can use on the Aven Changeling and the other creatures that have got all creature types. But, you know, +2 for 1 white mana. Yeah, okay, I'll cover that. Aven Cloud Chase, another one with you flying that takes out enchantments, annoying us. Captain's Call gives us a whole load of soldiers. Charging Griffin gets +1/+1 when it attacks, so that's quite nice. 4 mana is a bit expensive for this one, but yeah, it's a 3/3 when it attacks and can hold equipment, so I'll cope with it. Inspiring Roar is a nice way of putting some +1/+1 counters on all our creatures. Suppression Bombs basically shuts down anything that's annoying us, I'm hoping, because we don't really, can't have Wrath of God, Day of Judgment, etc. in the deck, so, minor removal stuff. Battle Screech gives us more birds. Brass Knuckles. It's an interesting piece of equipment for Masters. Oh. And when you cast this spell, you copy it, and each quick creature has double strike as long as 2 or more equipment are attached to it. So casting 4 gives you a copy of it as well. Which is quite nice. So you can either put both the copies on one creature, or you can share them out, so you give 2 of your creatures double strike. Fine by me. Sisay's Ring helps a little bit more with the ramping, and Trailblazer's Torch lets us do the initiative thing, and whenever a quick creature becomes blocked, it deals 2 damage to each creature blocking it. Another way of getting through the dungeons. Iona's Judgment is another targeted removal spell. Mirrodin's Barachech is another piece of equipment that comes into play with 4 Mirrodin, so we get the 2/2 Red Rebel. This one gets +2/+1 Vigilance. A little bit more expensive to equip, but, all in. Settle them beyond reality. Exile target creature you don't control, then exile target creature you control, then return it to its own battlefield under its owner's control. Which is quite nice if you've got someone who's playing an enchantment deck and you're trying to deal with all their enchantments. Sunblade Samurai. Late game, nice creature. Early game, go and find that basic land you need and gain a couple of life. That's all it's here for. And Basilica Shepherd, just so you get a 3/3 flyer, which is cool. And it drops in a couple of 1/1 Phyrexian Mere tokens that do the poison thing. All toxic thing, I should say. Poison, toxic, same difference in my head. And finally, right at the top of the curve, 6 mana, a little bit expensive, 3/3 flyer, but you do gain 3 life when the Aven Battle Priest hits. But that's my first ever, and I do mean first ever, Pauper Commander deck. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know down below what you think of it, what I've missed out. I'm sure there's stuff I've missed out. Like I say, I'm not an expert in the Pauper format at all, but this deck is something I'm going to try out. I'm going to try and get some of my other people on stream to play some Pauper at some stage to see if we can't have some fun with it. But in the meantime, let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed before, please subscribe. Like I said, the videos will be coming out. It just depends how tired I get when I'm recording them over the next few days and weeks, and we'll get there. We'll get back. But thanks for listening, and hopefully you'll come and follow me here and subscribe on YouTube, and you follow me on Twitch. Link to that down below. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.